Okay, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Bill Levinson, managing partner with Levinson and Associates. With me today, I have Joseph Loughran, our marketing vice president, and we have a special webinar, as always. If you've been with us for a while or you're brand new with Levinson, you know we try to pick a hot topic, a concept, a new sales program, carriers, products, whatever the case is. And, you know, we realize your time is very valuable, especially towards the end of the week, in the middle of the day. So we realize that, and we don't want to waste literally 2 minutes of your time. So everything that we're going to talk about is programs and tools and tips you can use in your everyday sales practice to change your business for the better, okay? And, you know, this is really the problem solver, so you don't have to go from website to website and check all these various newsletters with pop-ups to see what's hot and what's not in the industry. So we try to meet, you know, at least once a week and pinpoint what we're going to talk about to make sure that we bring that value added every day to our sales force and agents out there in the field. So today is just another one of those hot webinars, and the reason why we wanted to focus on guaranteed issue is, you know, we get so many calls every day, and you know, it's either, hey, you know, I have a lead that just came in, and the client is on a few medications, they had surgery recently, and we can't get a approval from a typical or standard carrier. So, you know, where can we go with this lead that, you know, I just spent $10 on, or, you know, whatever the price is, or it could have been a free prospect generated from Agency Automator. So, you know, you need to know as a life insurance agent that no matter what the situation is, what the health condition is of your client or prospect, that we have a product, okay? And you need to know that because there should never be a prospect or a lead that you have to turn away or send to someone else to take care of for you. There is a fit for everyone, okay? I don't care what the situation is. So me and Joe sat down and we literally picked apart all of our guaranteed issue and virtually guaranteed issue products that are available. And you need to know that if there's a better product or a new company that comes out and they say, oh, we have the best guaranteed issue, we're going to bring the first ones to bring that to our agents. So keep that in mind, okay? But with that said, if you hear of anything that's hot and, you know, in this guaranteed issue world, also let us know. 9 out of 10 times we already have it, or we've already looked at the product and done our due diligence. But for the rare occasion that I haven't seen the product yet, if the product is great and the company is sound and everything is wonderful, then we will bring that product to you. So, of course, just keep us in the loop. Okay, so with that said, take out a pen and paper, jot down any notes, questions, comments. We're going to give away the brand new free Kindle tablet. Has front and rear camera now. It's got some really neat new features with Alexa, which means that you can talk into it just like Siri. So we're going to give away the new Kindle tablet at the end of the webinar to the 150th registrant for today's webinar. So we'll announce that at the end. We also have a guaranteed issue incentive, which is unheard of, because in the guaranteed issue world, some of these carriers feel like they're doing us a favor when it's guaranteed issue. So not only do we have some awesome products and companies, but we have a built-in cash incentive that we're going to talk about in just a few minutes here. So very excited. If you want to jot this down, this is important. Most agents are not aware of this. So here at Levinson, we have a solution, okay, not only for life insurance, okay, say with guaranteed issue, okay, but it's life insurance, including final expense, whole life and term, disability insurance, okay, which again is unheard of in this virtually guaranteed issue world. We have a accidental life guaranteed issue product that comes with scholarship, return of premium. The commissions are unbelievable. We have a critical illness and long-term care solution as well. So again, unheard of in the industry. Most people think of guaranteed issue and they say, oh, this is a crappy permanent whole life product that has a 2-year graded death benefit and the commissions are horrible. Well, that's not the case anymore, okay? You know, yes, those real high commissions are not available on guaranteed issue, but the client is not suffering with a garbage product. So we have some awesome solutions that fall into every one of those categories that we're going to go over. Also, built-in scholarship to some of these products. So not only are you coming to the table with a guaranteed issue product that the client maybe thought they couldn't get life insurance, but you're also giving them 1 year a free college scholarship for their children or grandchildren. Okay, so that is unheard of in the guaranteed issue world. We have e-applications. We have some that are client-driven. So in other words, your client can run a quote and sign up right from your website with zero agent involvement. Also, speaking of the scholarship program, okay, if you go to our Levinson Facebook page, you'll see me wearing a polo shirt, and I have this pin that says, ask me about free scholarships. So I just ordered thousands of those pins. We're going to give them away at our Agent Expo, but if anybody on the call today, as long as you're licensed with one of our scholarship companies, I'll mail you a free pin and a neat new marketing piece that we put together. So just let me know. You'll see me wearing the pin on our Facebook page, but it's a great door opener, great conversation piece. We have some agents that wear them every day to the grocery store. They wear them at if they're manning, say, a home show table and they're talking about insurance. It's a great door opener, and that leads to the conversation of life insurance and free college scholarships. Okay, moving forward here, just in literally as of yesterday, and we're very excited about this. And you know, it's not often where you can talk about acquisitions and partnerships and mergers. Joe, can you go to the next slide? So there's a very successful agency out of Orlando that's been around since the early 90s, and the name is Creekmore Insurance Group, and they literally years ago were pretty much at the same level that we were, and we would always go neck and neck and kind of see what each other was marketing to get ideas. Well, long story short, as of yesterday, we have acquired the Creekmore Insurance Group, okay, and we brought on all of their marketers that are going to be working with us. So as of yesterday, we officially merged. So that's the PR press release that's on their website right now. So that is going to help everyone. And the reason why is, it's not rocket science, okay? When you look at what we do as an IMO or an MGA, if you will, okay, if you look at what we do, there's only so much commissions and overrides in the pie, okay? There's no secret. So when an agent gets a very nice commission payout, okay, there's a certain amount left as a bonus or override that we get paid, okay, and that's to pay for our overhead and all of our technology and tools and lead programs and CRM tools and everything else. Well, there's only so much left. So the problem most of our competitors have is they say, okay, well, we want to keep most of that override of what's left. And the way Levinson looks at it, and this has been since 1972, is I've said to myself, well, if we can take most of that override and put it back in to our iGenius platform, okay, and give more value added to our agents, okay, then we can do more volume, get more premium. Yes, we're going to make less per case, but we're going to bring on more agents, more business. It's almost like that Costco approach, okay? You have, let's say, like, Bill's TVs, in Sunrise, Florida, okay? And obviously the price they're paying for a TV is a lot more than Costco because Costco is literally buying sometimes hundreds of thousands of the same product. So we are taking that same approach, and it's worked. We have 11,000 agents now. With this new acquisition, we're going to be up around 12 to 13,000 overnight. So all that means is more production, more cases, more premium, okay, more overrides, which allows us to bring more technology to you, our agents. We're allowed now to put more marketing dollars into our iGenius platform, which in turn gives you more tools and gives you a better iGenius sales platform to work from, okay? So the long story short, this is a win-win for everyone across the board. So we couldn't be any more excited about this. If you're on the call today from Creekmore, we are working with Christiane, Susan, Ron, and Robert. They are our 4 new marketers here at Levinson, and you can call them and email them for any questions, or if you want to dive in a little deeper to anything that you're about to see here on today's call. So welcome to you if you're joining us for the first time. Okay, moving forward here, we're going to dive in. This is the first time ever a cash incentive has been tied to any guaranteed issue with Gerber Life Insurance. So we work direct with Gerber as an IMO. We're one of their top IMOs, and that's the reason why we were allowed to do this. All of that print on the left-hand bottom corner there in small print, that's all Gerber's compliance language. So the point is, Levinson is the first IMO to work with Gerber and put together an incentive program for Levinson agents. So very excited about this. Very simple. Write your first guaranteed issue Gerber product, get $100 cash. That simple. That's on top of your high-paying Gerber commission. Okay, now, if you're an existing Gerber agent, write 3 guaranteed issue life cases, $100 cash. All agents can write any combination of grow-up plan and or guaranteed issue and get $100 cash. That's above and beyond everything else. So great stuff there from Gerber. They have an awesome product. In fact, we're working with them right now, and they're about to approve our scholarship program, which will come at no charge with the sale of every single Gerber Life product. So very excited about that. And again, another first for us at Levinson. And I've said it probably 7 times already about how excited we are. But folks, the proof is in the pudding. You see what we're doing here. We couldn't have done all this without you guys and girls on this call. Literally, we have grown tremendously. And without you agents out there in the field, we would never be able to do all of this. And at the end of the day, it's a win-win for you, for us, for the carriers, for everyone involved. So thank you for that, and let's keep moving forward. Okay, great stuff. We're going to go over just a 100-foot overview of all of the products we're about to dive into on the guaranteed issue final expense side. So real quick, AIG, top left-hand corner up to $25,000, ages 50 to 85. As you can see, we have no overlapping going on here. Each carrier represents a niche in the space, okay? So, like, for example, AIG Advance Available, okay? Right under that is Gerber, as earned, a similar product up to $25,000, ages 50 to 80. Below that, Great Western, it literally doubles the number there, up to $50,000, ages 40 to 80. So we have a little more room as far as issue ages. Kemper right below that, up to $25,000, 40 to 80. And UHL, United Home Life, up to $10,000, 45 to 75. So these products are also stackable. So if you're thinking about writing a few, I would get in the apps at the same time. That's important. So again, if you're going to write one, or let's say you want to stack 2, 3, 4 of these, no problem, but make sure the applications all get submitted at the same time, and we'll help you with that if you have any questions. On the right side, these are all of the final expense carriers that have either graded or guaranteed issue. UHL, we just went over, Oxford, Liberty Bankers, Life, Foresters, Transamerica, Mutual of Omaha. Starmount has client-driven e-applications. Again, these could be sold from your website, Facebook page, through e-blast marketing, whatever works for you, or you can literally handwrite an application. Americo, Phoenix, NGL, Fidelity Life, and Assurity. Now, keep in mind, Assurity comes with our scholarship platform, no additional charge or no commission reduction. The reason why I point that out is we have let's think about this for a minute. So let's say you're visiting with a client, you have no other product available for them, they're just not healthy. You can write a guaranteed issue accidental death product with full return of premium at age 70. So if the client obviously is still alive, they get all premiums back and they get a $40,000 scholarship. And the premiums are like $7 a month, $9 a month. So the point is, now obviously you're not going to get rich off that, but you are the one that came up with a solution when no one else could. And so who knows, maybe you can talk about an annuity, or maybe you can get some referrals out of the appointment. But just keep that in the back of your mind. For a few bucks a month, okay, you sold a life insurance product, a free scholarship benefit, full return of premium, when this client couldn't get a product from anyone else. So again, that's superhero status right there. I love that door opening product by Assurity. Okay, so moving forward here, Joe's going to dive into some of our guaranteed issue and virtually guaranteed issue resources. So when you're with the client, or if you want to surf around our website a little bit, Joe's going to show you exactly where to go, what brochures are available, and where to get your rates. Joe?
Yeah, thanks, Bill. So what you're looking at is a screenshot, of course, CarrieLevinson.com. Underneath the product tab, we actually put all the final expense and guaranteed issue products in one spot to make it very easy to go in, access client brochures, rates, applications. So that's what the screenshot is. Of course, in the email you received this afternoon, you will have a link directly to this page, so you can jump right in, start researching those products, or even reach out to our marketing team. We can help you kind of narrow down and make sure you're using the right product for that right client. One of the first products I want to jump in today is one of our virtually guaranteed issue products, which is with National Western. This is a graded death benefit product, not only for whole life, but also for term. What's really unique is we use this product when we have a lot of scenarios that are either heavily impaired risk, or maybe the client was declined with the traditional underwriting process. So we can actually go up to $150,000 of death benefit coverage for 10 and 20-year term, issued all the way up to age 75. It is convertible. There is an e-application that's available. If you look at that height and weight chart on the right-hand side, you'll see it's very, very liberal, a great place to bring those clients that have been declined with other carriers. The way that this death benefit works is if the client does pass away in year one, there's a return of premium plus 15% interest. Year two is actually 30% of the full death benefit amount. Year three, 60% of that death benefit amount. And then once they make it to year 4 and thereafter, the full death benefit is paid. Of course, if there is an accidental death in those first 3 years, that client will receive full death benefit. So issue limits here, if you look at the bottom, all the way up to age 65, 150,000. And then you can see for the 10 and 20-year term, we have a little bit of a reduction in death benefit, that whole life for 40 plus, all the way up to 15, even 25,000, depending on the issue age. So great product kind of to have in your back pocket for those clients that maybe got declined somewhere else. Maybe whole life is too expensive. We do have that graded term option. The next product here is probably one that a lot of people, especially a lot of agents, didn't even think existed, which was guaranteed issue critical illness. And you kind of think to yourself, well, how can that product even exist? It doesn't even sound like something that the insurance carrier would want to take a risk. And it is available. It's called the Metal Gap product. This is issued from 18 to 64. It is guaranteed issue. So if a client purchases this product, you'll see in the middle there is a critical illness benefit up to $7,500. That critical illness coverage terminates at age 70. So even if you issue this on a client who's in their 60s, they'll have it all the way up until age 70. Of course, that critical illness covering life-threatening cancer, heart attack, kidney failure, coma, stroke, coronary artery bypass. Even if the client loses their vision, their hearing, or there's a major organ transplant or paralysis, it'll pay out that lump sum $7,500. So just a great product to have, especially if someone's concerned about cancer or critical illness, and even if they're unhealthy. Maybe a lot of people know family members or friends that have had a critical illness, that $7,500 really will go a long way. So a great product from Metal Gap. What's really neat about this product also is when you become appointed, you actually have your own link and the ability to actually email the client the quote and the ability to quote themselves and do the full application right online. So it's part of our Sell While You Sleep platform. That consumer-driven e-app really puts control in that client's hand, lets them run different quotes and look at the options and actually apply right from their own computer, which is a great option to have. So again, guaranteed issue critical illness through Metal Gap with a consumer-driven e-application. So a really, really unique product up to $7,500. The next slide here focuses on our impaired risk and almost virtually guaranteed issue disability products. On the left-hand side, you'll see we have the Easy Select, which is a guaranteed renewable DI product that is really designed for people that would not be approved with a traditional DI carrier, whether it might be Illinois Mutual or Principal, which are some of our top DI products. This is a graded benefit for those that have disabilities due to sickness. What's really unique is if that client is disabled due to an injury, there is no graded death benefit, and they can actually get up to $15,000 of a monthly income using this DI product. There's no exam, no blood work, all the way up to $13,000 of a monthly benefit, which if you compare that against any of our traditionally underwritten disability products where we have a cap of about $6,500, you can get much more benefit on a non-med basis using this product. Of course, benefit periods, elimination periods, level premiums all the way to age 65. There's an own occupation, partial disability. There's even a hospital indemnity benefit and an accidental death and disability benefit that's included in every single policy that gets issued. So really designed for those clients that can't go the traditional route with disability but need some sort of income protection. Again, that's the Easy Select product. We can run illustrations and get you everything you need. Just contact the marketing team. On the right-hand side, Assurity Life, which is one of our go-to non-med carriers. Not only do they have traditional DI products, but also a graded disability product. This goes up to $10,000 of a monthly benefit. If you're class 2A, 1A goes up to $8,000. Of course, normal elimination periods. Premiums are level for the life of that policy, and it's renewable to age 65. So if you have somebody that maybe has a little bit of a underwriting issue, this benefit, if they do claim in the first 2 years, it's going to be graded. So we have some great options between these two carriers, and we really will look at these side by side based on the client's occupation. You'll see with Assurity we can do 4A, 3A, 2A, 1A, depending on their occupation. We'll run both of these products and really see which one is going to be more competitive for that specific client. My next product here is a really unique niche. It's actually an alternative to long-term care coverage. If a client is rated or has a very substandard health class, it's very difficult to get a long-term care carrier to insure them, of course, because they know they're going to be paying out that benefit to that client. So I've got a really unique product here from Mutual of Omaha, which is their Guaranteed Universal Life product. You can issue it all the way up to age 85. What's really unique is it comes with a no-cost chronic illness rider with every single policy, regardless of the client's rating. So for example, if I have an 80-year-old that gets issued at a table 6 or a table 7, as long as Mutual of Omaha will approve that policy, regardless of the rating, that client's going to receive that chronic illness rider at no additional cost. So what's neat is they'll actually accelerate up to $1 million of the death benefit, no more than 80% of their total death benefit amount. So this is included at absolutely no charge. I actually ran a quick illustration because not only does this product have that chronic illness rider at no charge, it also has what's called a guaranteed refund option, which means that client in the 15th year and even in the 20th year is going to receive an option to actually get a guaranteed return of premium if they decide to surrender or cancel the policy. So most low-cost guaranteed universal life products do not come with that option. So to be able to position the Mutual of Omaha GUL product and not only give the client free living benefits, but also give them that return of premium option, you can beat a lot of competition, especially if there's a highly rated case. Most other carriers will not allow you to tack on a LTC rider or living benefit rider if that client is heavily rated. So I kind of look at this like a virtually guaranteed issue long-term care policy. If you have a client that you know is going to need those benefits down the road, there's some health issues there, you can really come in with this product and really look like a hero because you're giving them all these different benefits on a GUL chassis with guaranteed level premiums, guaranteed death benefits, and you can run that death benefit all the way out to age 121. So a great option. Also, we have some clients that are very young and they have a lot of medical issues, and some of our guaranteed issue products may only issue for clients age 40 or above. So we always like to have accidental death options in our back pocket. Most of these products really only have one knockout question. Most of them are guaranteed issue. So I've listed just a couple here to kind of give you some ideas. If we have a scenario where a guaranteed issue isn't an option and the client is really too unhealthy and the premiums are too high, we always look at accidental death. Yes, it only pays out in the event of an accident, but it's a great option to have, especially if you tack on a returner premium rider, because you're giving that client some death benefit protection, and if they don't use it, they can get 100% of their premiums paid back. So at the top here, Mutual of Omaha will actually go up to $500,000 with an ROP rider. Second carrier on the list here is Assurity Life. What I love about Assurity is they have an e-application, and if you do an e-application through their website or through the Carrie Levinson website, they guarantee same-day issue or they'll send you $100. So very quick, very easy. Also, just beneath that, StarMount is one of our go-to companies for not only our scholarship platform, but again, one of our consumer-driven products. They'll go up to $1 million of accidental death. And of course, that being consumer-driven, you can send the client an email, send them a link, or even send them to your website that we give to you at no cost, and they can go through and do the complete quoting and e-application on their own. And of course, toward the bottom here, we have Gerber and Forsters, which both have e-applications. So you can also write multiple accidental death options and give that client even more death benefit coverage, because you can tack on additional carriers and additional products. They're not going to limit you or only allow you to apply with one carrier. So just some great options to kind of have in your back pocket. Also, before I turn it back over to Bill here, I do want to mention our Impaired Risk Division is really a great resource for you to have in the field. We do have an Impaired Risk iPad contest. So if you actually submit a trial application with the agency and we go and we gather medical records and we put them together and create a summary and send it off to all of our different carriers, and you end up writing a case through that process, of course, there's a minimum premium of about $5,000 of premium, but when you place that case, we will send you an iPad kind of as a little thank you for using that Impaired Risk Division. So some of those resources not only include our Impaired Risk Solution Center, where you can use some of our online underwriting tools, our in-house impaired risk specialist. We also put together all the underwriting guidelines, of course, that trial application where you can pull down impairment forms and send those into our in-house underwriter and find out which carrier is going to be the best fit for your client. But we also list different table shave and crediting programs. So a lot of times if you submit an application, for example, on a client who's under age 70 and they get rated table 1, 2, or 3, we have various carriers that will actually shave off those different table ratings and give that client a standard. So that'll really help you, especially if you're in competition, to kind of come out and win that case. Also at the very bottom here, large case expertise for any high net worth clients, any sort of, if it's a buy-sell agreement or you have someone who's interested in premium finance, that is really an area that we have great expertise in, so we can help during the entire process, make sure that we're going to the right company to avoid any declines or ratings that might come up down the road.
Okay, great stuff, Joe. Thank you. So I hope, once again, everyone's taking notes because there's a ton of information here. You know, also what you should be thinking about is this is a very niche market, right? So everybody's going after those A and B leads. You know, they want the perfectly healthy, 40-year-old that walks on water. Well, what about the 70-year-old couple that are grandparents that maybe aren't that healthy and have some issues? So, you have to think about that. No one wants to speak to them, or nobody wants to buy the C and D leads, right? Well, you can get them for free, more or less, with Agency Automator. So if you're active with Levinson, this is free for you, and it allows you to go in, okay, and you can dial in the age criteria, zip code. You can dial in anything that you want, and the system will give you 1,000 prospects every single month, including name, phone number, email, and address. So then you go into our marketing library, and we have a bunch of e-blasts and mailers that you can send out that are either geared towards impaired risk or guaranteed issue if you're not so healthy, kind of thing. And then what you do is you have your assistant, or if you want to follow up with all of those prospects that you sent out an e-blast or a mailer to, okay, using Agency Automator, this is a slam dunk. You have to think about, the older client that can't get a typical life insurance policy. Nobody's really calling on them, and the need for insurance is still as great or even greater, okay, because they're also thinking about final expenses or about their children or grandchildren and protecting their family. So again, there's a niche there that's basically untouched. And we have some agents that literally are making in the 6-digit range just on these kinds of policies and clients. So the opportunity is there. I'm not saying focus every day on this, but what I'm saying is, yes, keep your day job basically, but have these kinds of products and Agency Automator running in the background looking for these types of cases, because the commissions and the premiums get way up there, and you are a source for these people that they ordinarily wouldn't have access to. So just keep that in the back of your mind. So Agency Automator, real quick, we have the CRM tool is on the left side. That's going to keep all of your day-to-day activity with clients and prospects all at your fingertips, policy anniversary emails and happy birthday emails and, monthly newsletters. You got to look at it like this. You want to keep your name and your picture in front of these clients. I suggest at least a few times a month. We have newsletters that you can customize, but you want to drip on all of your clients and prospects at least, in my opinion, 2 to 3 times per month, okay? Because when the need for a policy comes up, they're going to remember, hey, that's Bill Levinson, my local life insurance agent with his golden retriever, and his wife and kids in the picture that I see, every other week. So that's the name of the game in marketing and drip marketing. Okay, on the right side here, that's where you're going to go to retrieve your 1,000 prospects every single month. So you have on the left side your day-to-day CRM tool. That's your dashboard. You're going to go in every day to keep track of your clients and prospects. On the right side is where you're going to retrieve your 1,000 leads every single month, where you can dial in, hey, I only want to see prospects that fall into ages 60 to 75 in this zip code with a annual combined income of at least $60,000 per year, and the system spits out those prospects. So everybody needs to know how to use a system like this. It could be Agency Automator. If you have your own, that's fine too, but you need to use a system like this to build and grow your business. This is the future. Okay, I promise you, everybody is emailing now. Everyone is on their smartphones and tablets. That's the way it is now. So you can fight it or you can accept it and go along with it and literally communicate and give these people what they want, okay? Everybody's eyeballs are glued to their cell phones now. We know that. So why not have a website that is accessible through smartphones, and clients can quote on their iPhones or tablets, okay, and get to you with that type of technology. That's the way you need to be thinking. Okay, I'm preaching enough here. I can't say it enough, because we've put in thousands and hundreds of thousands of dollars and hours to make all this stuff available for you. So it just kills me to see agents out there not using some of this stuff. At the very minimum, we offer free websites, so make sure you have your website up and running. Okay, at the minimum, you need to have a everybody does nowadays is they meet, Bill Levinson, the landscaper. Well, they're going to do a Google search for Bill Levinson, landscaping, Boca Raton. They want to know who the hell is coming to my house once a week and is standing in my backyard. Everybody looks online now, so you need to be accessible, okay? And we give you all of the tools to do that. All right, so once you go in and actually build this list of prospects, okay, this is part of Agency Automator, your 1,000 leads per month, okay, you're going to go in and you can put in the birth date, as you can see there, any criteria that you can dream of, okay, and you can say, I only want to work in this zip code. You customize all demographics. In this case, the result is 4,496 records or leads. The next step is the list comes up. You market to all of these people with email, phone number, and address, okay? Everything is there for you. It's a no-brainer. And if you say to yourself, well, Bill, this sounds great, but God, it seems like a lot of steps and, I'm not very tech savvy. I don't know how to use this. Okay, listen, no more excuses. We have twice a week a live training webinar just on Agency Automator every Tuesday and Thursday. You can ask questions. You can write down notes. You can have your assistant on the phone with you. We have the creator and co-creator of the program, which is us, on the calls. Okay, so anything that you want to ask about, you can do that at that time. That's every Tuesday and Thursday. We also have support numbers and emails if you want to even dive in a little deeper. And then we have the version 2 coming out, which is like an Agency Automator on steroids. And this version now comes with a virtual assistant, a live person, okay, that you can talk to every day. And you can say, hey, Lisa, I want to put together a guaranteed issue marketing campaign to all seniors in this zip code. And she will do all the work for you and even call every prospect that comes up to set appointments for you. Okay, all of that's coming January 1. That is Agency Automator V2, which stands for version 2. So again, we are not stopping here. And what allows us to do all of this? It's our volume and premium. So the more volume we get in, just like that Costco approach, that allows us to make smaller overrides. So you make more on your payouts, okay, but the volume is there, which allows us to put resources and dollars back into programs just like this. So I'm very excited. Again, this is a dream come true for me and Joe and the rest of the Levinson team. So again, this is our life, and we love to see agents succeed. We love those testimonials that come in. This is what we do every day, day in, day out. Okay, Joe, let's move forward. So this is the page where you're going to send and track all emails. All of the data is there for you. I can't stress it enough. Make sure you're on one of these demo webinars. They're twice a week. I'm going to show you the schedule in just a second here. Let's move to the next slide here, Joe. And the training events, jot this down, please. Very important. Most of you on the call, and there's nothing to be ashamed of, you're looking at Agency Automator and you're thinking virtual assistant, and oh my gosh, this sounds like a lot of moving parts. Well, I'm not going to lie, there's a few moving parts. We made it as easy as possible, okay, but if you don't get comfortable with at least the basics, you're never going to explore this. You're going to say, oh, it sounds great, but I haven't had the time to go in yet. Well, make the time. Write this down. Tuesday and Thursday, every single week, 2 p.m. Eastern Time, we have a live Agency Automator training, okay? With the co-creator of the program. He's on the call. You can ask as many questions as you want to make sure that you're comfortable, so there's no more excuses. So every Tuesday and Thursday, 2 p.m. Agency Automator Plus. Now, that's the same thing. I don't want to confuse anyone. It's the same thing as Automator, but that is used for recruiting and building your own downline. So the only difference, when you go into that database on Agency Automator, you have millions and millions of prospects to choose from all over the country. With Agency Automator Plus, same thing, but those are all licensed agents. you choose from instead of prospects. So you're going to use all of our marketing pieces, and you're going to start acting like a marketer and recruiting agents to your downline so you can sit back and make a nice override on a Sunday while you're watching football. Few agents are out there writing business, and you're making an override on anything they write. They're using all of our tools, resources. They're calling us for everything, but they are locked in your hierarchy. So that's Agency Automator Plus. If you want more training on that program, every Monday and Wednesday, 2 p.m. Eastern Time, we host live webinars with the co-creator as well. Okay, just under there, we have the Blue Collar Disability King Illinois Mutual. We have a business expense DI webinar, okay, another great niche for small businesses. That's October 16th, 2 p.m. Eastern Time. Then at the very bottom there, if you are selling IUL or you've never sold an IUL policy, we have a exclusive software program that allows you to put a presentation together, and it's very simple on your tablet or your desktop computer, and you can sit down with a client and show them our IUL product versus any, let's say, investment product that they currently have, or any kind of 401k, whatever type of product they have. It compares our IUL against what they currently have or what they're looking at, shows you all of the premium difference, withdrawals, interest, fees, death benefit, advantages, disadvantages, tax consequences or not. Every bracket is laid out in front of them. It's very clear, very easy to understand. It does all of the selling for you, okay? And again, we have a 3-month trial. It's free for you. And then if you write a minimum premium, we pay for the software forever. Okay, if you want to look into this a little further, that's on October 19th, 11 a.m. Eastern Time. And just so everyone is aware, okay, all of our trainings and webinars are recorded. If you want to go into the archive library and take a look around on a weekend or late at night, whatever you want to do, go into kerrylevinson.com. You'll see our training webinar section, and you can scroll through every webinar. We have like a wheel that rotates. You can stop the wheel wherever you want. Take a look at any of the prior trainings and recorded webinars, because there's so many moving pieces here, and products and sales programs. This will help you simplify everything and dive in a little deeper. So great stuff there. Take advantage. Very important. It's all at your fingertips for free. Okay, this is our last, second to last slide here, and probably the most important slide. So every year we have our Levinson Annual Agent Expo. So we just announced the 2018 Expo, and this is April 27th, 2018. These are getting bigger and better every single year. We'll have over 200 agents and GAs in attendance. It's free for everyone. Okay, this is a day built around you, so you can walk away with new sales ideas, new programs, so you can change your business for the better. We're going to bring in our top VPs, underwriters. You'll have some great networking opportunities. We bring in dinner the night before for the out-of-town guests. We have breakfast, lunch, snacks throughout the day on Friday. 2 keynote speakers this year, one from the Tony Robbins Company. Please, I can't stress it enough. This will be a day you won't forget. It will change your business and hopefully change your life. I mean, there's some real motivating stuff here, not just about life insurance and insurance in general, but about motivation and succeeding at any level, even in your personal life. So I promise you, everyone will walk away with some great nuggets on April 27th, 2018. You can register now and even qualify for round-trip airfare and a free weekend stay at our beachfront location. You can see the view in the top right-hand side. That's where we host the meeting. That's at the Hilton Embassy Suites right on the sand, Deerfield Beach. Do not miss that day, 4/27/2018. Jot that down. Okay, last slide here. Very excited to announce the tablet winner. We'll start with that, and then we'll end with my Positive Tuesday motivational quote here. Okay, so the 150th registrant and the new Kindle Fire winner is Sue S. That's Sue S. We'll also congratulate you and put everything on our Facebook page. That's the Levinson Facebook page. Congratulations, Sue. So I think with all of these tools, resources, products, you know, we can all have great intentions. You could be a CLU, CHFC, Masters in Business and Finance from, you know, Rutgers or Yale, whichever college you graduated from. That's all wonderful and it works, okay? But I don't care who you are. If you're not in the right mindset day in and day out, it's going to do you no good. And I know that for a fact. We all know that for a fact. You don't have to be a rocket scientist to get a feel for someone's energy when you're talking to someone on the phone or in person. So my goal every single day is to make sure that I'm in the right mindset. The way I'm talking right now, I'm not selling anything or selling on anyone, or this is the way that I am. And if you've met me in person, okay, you can attest to that. Okay, I try to make sure that I'm in that right mindset day in and day out. Okay, and I do whatever it takes, if it's reading books or if it's a religious thing with temple or church, whatever the case is, I can't encourage it enough to make sure in order for you to sell and be in the right mindset on a personal and business level, you have to find that place. If it's yoga, great. If it's Tony Robbins CDs or books, great. Whatever it is, great. Just make sure when you're on the phone, when you're pitching, or you're in front of somebody, that you remember, yes, you're selling, but you're helping the client, and you have to be in a positive mindset, or else nothing is going to do you any good. You can have a 200% commission level. If you're not in the right place, it's going to do you no good. Every Tuesday, I put out a Positive Tuesday quote on the Levinson Facebook page. This was the prior Tuesday. And again, I can't stress it enough. I love this one. If the task doesn't challenge you, it will never change you. Okay, so true. So step into the darkness. If you have a chance to, you'll learn, you'll come out of that looking and feeling like a superstar. With that said, have a great rest of the week, a good weekend, and great selling. Take care.